against the St. James on September 7th, 2025. We are in Springfield, Virginia. This is John Heil, your broadcaster, bringing you the second of two games this weekend. We got 3 minutes until the whistle blows, and we'll pick up the puck. Nope. Positive. Hey, Dave. Nice to meet you. Go up. Upgrade our equipment. Thirty seconds to our whistle. All right, here's our horn. We're going to pick up the pucks and get started here in a few minutes. We're playing 3 periods today, 17 minutes each, with about a minute break in between. Last night, the Generals dropped the game to the St. James, 7-3. And we'll be short defenseman Burke Jeanette. He was ejected for yesterday's game. And there was a little bit of a discussion after the game. What happened was, when we weren't looking, was that their player took a swing with his stick at our goalie and hit him in the neck. Burke kind of retaliated in defense of his goalie. And of course, the referee only sees the retaliation, so that's why Burke got ejected. So we'll be short a defenseman and have to kind of make that up. We'll see how it goes. The players were saying it was a bit chippy on the ice, a lot of underhanded things going on that weren't being called. So we'll see how this game unfolds this morning. St. James looking like they've got a short bench today, skating out about 10 players. I think they had one suspension yesterday as well. We'll see how that goes. Looks like our Generals are going to split the goalie time again. This time starting out with Cam Gaddis, looks like, in net. Yesterday's game we split at the halfway mark. St. James also has 2 goalies, and so I don't know what their plan is. Maybe we'll be getting a different goalie, but The goalie did a pretty good job yesterday. Generals have to mix up their shot a little bit. Coach Stewart giving last-minute instructions to the team. We'll get started here in a second. This is Richmond Generals versus St. James. We're in Springfield, Virginia, at the St. James Athletic Center here up in Northern Virginia. Checking the goalies. Team's getting ready. We're getting ready to get started. Bobby Stewart here to take the face-off. Covington to the right, and it looks like Krug to his left. Bobby Stewart's going to leave it for Covington. Covington come out and try to get something. Can't pull the trigger right away. Oh, they missed it. Oh, man, Bobby missed it. And then Krug missed it. Another shot there, save. Generals coming out hot and heavy, just like we did yesterday. And just like yesterday, we had two really, really good opportunities and couldn't get the puck in the back of the net, trying to catch the St. James flat-footed. St. James settled in. That's Krug trying to work that puck back behind the net. St. James took a few minutes to settle in, but then really took some energy into the second period. That's Judah Moore passing that puck in, and St. James are going to clear this and send this down. That should be icing. The Generals bringing the heat on in the first opening salvo of this competition. Hopefully they've all had breakfast this morning, got a good night's rest, and are ready to come at this hard. Got to just pick up the pace a little bit, pick up some of the physicality. It's Per Peterson taking that face off. He's got Lugo to the right and Bickmeyer to the left. Good back check there by Per, trying to hack at this. St. James able to keep it in the zone. Per trying to clear, shot from the distance wide of the net. St. James first to it on the near wall, bodied up there by Strode. Strode was one of the two guys that was really physical yesterday, Jeanette being the other guy. So we'll see if somebody else steps up and brings some physicality to this game. Per Peterson picking that one up at the red line. He's got Lugo to the right. He stays on sign. Pass comes over to Lugo, back to Bickmeyer. He barely gets anything on that. And the Generals just chip it on the ice, just past the goal. So not really strong shots here right now. We should be taking advantage of this and should be up 2-0 at this point. So Generals just letting St. James hang in there. Getting some good opportunities, though. Eventually, one of these will pop in. Strode trying to feed that one up to Bickmeyer. Can't find it. Good stick lift there by Repko coming off the bench. He's got Lugo with him. I'm sorry, that's Daniel Kim. Sent to the breakout point for the St. James. They drop it back to Judah Moore. Ooh. Body play there. Oh, Heil tries to clear it and gets stolen by the St. James. Woo! Little play there. Shot high and hits off the back of the net. Comes back to the point for St. James. Little turning move there. Repko attacking. Whoa, we're going to get a call on this one, and I think we're going to get I think it's going to be a Repko going to the box. I think Generals were 0-4 on power plays yesterday, but did overall a pretty good job staying out of the penalty box. I think Repko wants an explanation on that one, and they're going to call 2 and 10 on Repko. You got to be kidding me. 2 and 10. I think Coach Stewart's a little bit in shock right now. He's like, it seemed like the guy just ran to the boards himself. Certainly Repko didn't do anything from behind to hit him. So Bickmeyer's going to join Repko in the box, but we'll lose Repko for most of this first period. So Generals will be on a penalty kill here with 14:42 remaining in the first period. Oh, quick shot wide of the net. Ripped around, held to the point by St. James. Yeah. We'll see how this gets called the rest of the game. That one just off of a blade and just wide. St. James still in control. Bobby out there trying to chase that one. Deflected wide by St. James. Into the corner. Covington going after it. Agello coming in, helping out as well. Back to the point for St. James. Shot from the distance, gloved by Gaddis. And he squeezes it with 1:26 left in the penalty kill. And put out Per Peterson with Caden Tapscott and Alexi Lugo. Here's your Ben Strode's out there as well. St. James in control. Good poke there by Lugo. Into the corner. St. James going to opt to send that around the boards. Peterson's trying to get over there. Gets a little help, and we can ice this one and send it down. Take some time off the clock. No icing is called when you're on the penalty kill, so General's trying to take advantage of that. Short-handed, General's disrupting here. Lugo able to get a stick on that one. They're going to have to get back real quickly now. Good try. Strode with a little swipe at it. St. James still has the puck, a shot. Gaddis gets it in the glove and gets the whistle. 52 seconds left in the penalty kill. .33 remaining in the first period. We're tied 0-0. Hiles coming out to take the faceoff. Daniel Kim's to his left. St. James brings that back to the blue line. Deflections go wide of the net. That was close. Tapscott trying to clear this one, is able to get it over everybody's head and sends it all the way down the ice. We're down to 40 seconds left in the penalty kill. Again, Repko will sit in the box for another 10 minutes. General's Daniel Kim pushing here, trying to get something shorthanded going. It's going to come all the way back. Agello's going to pick this one up. He's going to send it across. Good time check there by Moore. Judah sends it the full distance. We got 20 seconds left on the penalty kill. Going to come around to Agello. He's going to pick this one up. He's going to get a shot off. Blocker save. Well, the goalie puts it up and over the net. St. James going to keep it behind their own goal. We're down to under 10 seconds left on the penalty kill. We get Bickmeyer back here. 3 seconds left in the penalty kill. St. James brings it into the zone. Bickmeyer will come out from behind the play. Can we feed it up to him? Hiles trying to get it to him. Hiles feeding it over to Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer's got it. He takes a shot, and Bickmeyer puts it in the goal. Comes out of the penalty box. The Generals jump up 1-0 after killing off the penalty. Great job of Bickmeyer coming out of the box and contributing right away. That's Bickmeyer's first goal on the season after missing Pennsylvania as he recovered from some surgery. So great to see him back in the ice and adding to the team. So Generals up 1-0 with 12:31 remaining in the first period. We didn't get those shots yesterday. We had a lot of good opportunities, but the goalie was making some good saves. So good pickup there. Good assist there from Jack Heil. That one goes over to Agello. He's going to hustle this one up. He's going to take a shot, wrist that one in, and the goalie, St. James, just gloves that. For the whistle, and we'll get a face-off to the right of the St. James goalie. St. James wins a face-off, sends it around the boards, picked up at the breakout point. Centered, going to come back. Judah Moore's got it. He's going to chip it up. Picked up in the neutral zone by the St. James. Good back check there by Krug. Jello now working it in the corner. Centering pass picked up by Judah Moore. Can't get it clear. Turn and shot wide by the St. James. Generals get it out of the zone. St. James bringing it back in. Try to send it across. Krug is going to send it up to Covington. Covington turning to the neutral zone. Stewart's on sides. Covington in the short slot. Takes a shot. Puts it in the net. Generals off to the races this morning. Two quick ones. 11:36 remaining in the first period. We got goals by Bickmeyer and Covington now, and Generals go up 2-0. Trying to retaliate for last night's loss. Not sure right now whether this is Generals with more energy, a different goalie, or what. But we'll see what happens. This should give the Generals a little bit more spunk here. Bickmeyer trying to bring that one in. St. James able to hold it. Peterson going to send it across to Lugo. Lugo at the red line gets it over to Bickmeyer. Back to Lugo. Lugo trying to get onto it. Little chaos there in front of the net. Lugo still working it. St. James is going to have a free run trying to beat our two goalies, or defensemen. Good back check there by Strode. See a little more hustle from the Generals. Oh, good play. Oh, Peterson almost beat him through the legs. Strode got on that puck. Sends it over. sometimes think it's that long drive where the guys are just kind of flat getting out of the car. And yesterday we had trouble getting back, so hopefully the Generals can maintain their energy and keep this up. Oh, now Generals caught in a line change. And St. James just decided to chip it in. Gaddis deep out of his net, sends it around. Sends it over to Bobby Stewart. Bobby Stewart to Daniel Kim. He takes it off the shoe. Daniel Kim beats the defenseman, goes to the forehand, shoots with a weak shot, and the goalie's able to scoop that one up into his glove. Good drive there by Daniel Kim. Daniel's built like a tree trunk and is able to be real physical as he drives between the defensemen. .10:24 remaining in the first period. Generals leading 2-0. Judah Moore backing up there as St. James takes it out. Judah gets beat. St. James coming down the left side is going to get a shot off. Woo. That one looked like it went off the glove or the helmet of Gaddis, but goes up and over the net. We got beat both sides, glove and blocker. That's a nice little touch up going to Judah Moore. Judah driving in, takes it off of a skate. St. James turning this one around. Generals will be offside, but St. James bringing through the neutral zone. Hustling through it. Jello. Woo, that one off the post. Just wide. Generals get lucky as that one a hair just out of the reach of Gaddis. And this is still a 2-0 game. Gaddis deep outside of his net, sends it around to Kim. Between the legs pass by St. James, trying to get it to Bobby Stewart, and that one's going to just scoot up towards the St. James goal. St. James are going to reset as Judah Moore heads to the bench. Bobby Stewart going to pick this one up, and he's going to head to the bench as well. Sends it across to Tapscott. Tapscott over to Strode. They send it up deep to Krug. Oh, Krug taken out. Oh, Stewart wanted a tripping call. The player slid and fell and took out Krug's legs. Should have been a tripping call. No call from the refs. Krug back on the puck, trying to get it over to Covington. He's back in the corner, trying to scoop this one up. Covington getting hammered in the crease. Peterson in the right-hand corner. He centers it over to Covington. I don't think he thought it was going to make it through everybody. Now he's over against the wall, trying to work this one. Sends it back to the point to Strode. Strode sends it back down into the corner to Krug. Krug's got it back behind the net. Centering pass. Nobody's there in front. It's a good blind pass. Delayed offsides as the Generals clear the zone to get a line change. Stewart battling it out with trying to get a plea from the ref as he's being held up. And picked off by Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer's got Bobby Stewart. Bobby Stewart now going the left-hand side, brings it in across the blue line, sends it in, shot wide of the net. Comes around. St. James trying to go quickly the other direction. Kids in front of me want a tripping call on Generals, but that'd be the same exact thing that just happened to it's the second tripping call the refs didn't pick up. This one against the Generals, but no call. Bad pass trying to clear out of the zone. Centering pass. Gaddis gets this one just wide of the net. Good recovery. That one sent across to Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer chasing that one down. Peterson trailing. St. James brings it back behind the goal. Up the left-hand side, up into the near wall. Here comes St. James. Little wrister low and put into the glove of Gaddis, and he takes the whistle with 7:39 remaining in the first period. Generals are leading 2-0. Generals with 8 shot on goal. St. James with 4. Peterson taking this face off. Drop is left. Strode trying to get after him. Peterson, a shot through traffic. St. James is trying and deflected off the wall. Peterson on the puck, trying to get it. Little foot kick to Heil. Heil sends it back to Peterson. Peterson sends it up the left-hand side. Heil's going to get on at the red line. Chip just past his feet. General's got to get bigger passes here. St. James brings into the zone, 2-on-2. Goes deep into the corner, trying to circle and come in short side. A lot of people coming through the crease. Tapscott on the puck. He's got Heil out in front. He's got Stewart to the far side. Brings it to the near wall to Stewart. Back to Kim. He's got some speed. Leaves it for Stewart. Over to Heil. Heil's on the backhand and can't do anything with the puck. St. James are going to clear it out of the zone. They're coming back end-to-end action right now. St. James leaves it just short of the blue line off of Tapscott's boot. Back out in front. Good clear there by Heil. Sends it to the wall. St. James sends it back into the corner. A little back check to Tapscott. Tapscott trying to chip this up the wall, finds Kim. He's got Stewart up to his left. Over to Stewart's. Stewart brings it in. He's going to shoot and puts it in mid-center. It hits the net, at least, and a good save there by the St. James goalie. Freezes the puck with 6:22 remaining in the first period. Generals lead 2-0. Peterson takes that face-off, leaves it back to Covington off of Krug's foot. Goes into the wall. Krug looking for a center, and Krug put up against the glass. Picked up by Peterson. Sent around. I think we're off on centers and wingmen with, remember that we've got Repko in the box serving out of 2 and 10. We should get him back in a minute or two. St. James now bringing it in through. Moore moving it against the wall. He takes a look, sends it up, just misses Peterson. Picked up retreated back to their own blue line as the St. James as they try to work it up to the neutral zone. This is going to be picked up by Covington. He's going to run it in. He's got a defenseman to beat. Pulled off the puck. Krug is trying to find this one. He's got Covington in front. Covington gets a little back push and knocked off the puck as it came through the middle of the ice. Oh, that one's picked up by Bobby Stewart. Sent over. Bobby held it. Bobby circling, sends it over. Oh, just past Krug. Krug looking. Good patience there. Sends it back to Judah Moore at the point. Judah's fighting it. Tries to center it, and we've got to hustle back now as we've got a one-on-one situation. Oh, I got to be careful. That's not an interference play. You got to play the puck. No call from the refs. That one's outside the zone. They're offsides! Sorry to yell. They're missing obvious calls. A little late on that one. It had to be the Generals bench. That one tipped up to Bobby Stewart. He's got Lugo to his right. Sends it a little back behind Lugo. Lugo with a nice pass. Oh, tries to put it back to Bobby Stewart. And St. James player is enough to get a puck on it. They're going back the other direction with a 2-on-2 down the left-hand side. Leaves it. St. James trying to circle around and get a shot off. Deflected wide. Gaddis is in net. Covers the right post. Back to St. James, and good pick there by Tapscott. He sends it around the board. St. James going to pick this one up. Bickmeyer trying to get control of it, just out of reach of Tapscott there. St. James has it back behind the net, and it's going to come back to Tapscott. He's going to feed this one up to Bickmeyer, trying to lead out to Bobby Stewart. Bobby Stewart, clear break, puts a shot. Oh, just misses the top of the net. His dad will not be happy with that one. But a good breakaway and good opportunity for the Generals. He was looking for the top of the net. Good passing opportunity for the Generals. 4:09 now left. I think we get Repko back on the next whistle. Put down into the corner. Pass across, a little bit dangerous as we put it through the top of the ice. They were looking for Heil on the far side. Comes to the near wall. St. James kind of moving through the neutral zone. St. James with a shot that's deflected well wide into the corner. 3:40 now remaining. Gonna roll just outside the zone. St. James trying to bring it through neutral ice. Brings it back. Heil is on the left. Daniel Kim working it down the right. St. James has it deep in their own territory. Off a Heil skate. This could be a good turnover. Oh, that one's gonna scoot out of the zone, I think. And Generals will have to clear. Oh, Daniel Kim, that one went under his legs. Judah Moore going to pick this one up. 3:11 now remaining in the first period. Generals lead 2-0. Judah Moore with a quick change in direction, trying to feed this one up just past Daniel Kim. He touches it. And that'll be an icing call. But on that whistle, we'll get back Carson Repko. Ten shots on goal for the Generals, 5 for the St. James. Generals lead 2-0. We have 3:02 left in the first period. Heil chips that back to Repko after the faceoff. Comes back to Heil. Heil's on the puck over the blue line. He feeds it up to Daniel Kim. Daniel stretches for that one. Takes it down the right-hand side. Pushed into the boards. Back behind the net. Feeds it to Heil. Heil puts it in up over the corner of the shoulder of the goalie. And Heil's on the board this weekend. The Generals go up 3-0. A happy mom. All right, 2:48 remaining in the first period. Generals now up 3-0, trying to break this game loose and pull all energy out of this St. James team. Their bench is showing no excitement here. It's like a totally different team than what we had last night. Not sure what has changed, whether looks like they're missing a player or two. A good shot there. Woo! Generals clear that one in the corner. And we got a whistle. Oh, the puck went up into the netting. .238 remaining in the first period. Generals lead 3-0. Doing a good job dominating here. Cam Gaddis has been in goal. Successful so far, denying St. James of anything in the back of the net. St. James that one, puts it in close. Gaddis is going to cover it and get the whistle. Face off there, Bobby Stewart. Comes back, St. James on the puck with the shot that's wide of the net. Tapscott watches, goes by. Krug is going to feed this one up. Can't get it to Covington. Back to Tapscott. He's going to feed that one to Covington. Covington on the left-hand side. He's got Stewart on the right. Covington sends that one in. Captured there by the St. James goalie. He freezes it for the whistle. 2:16 remaining in the first period. Peterson taking the face-off. Lugo's to his right. Comes back to Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer sends it in back behind the net. Lugo going into the corner. St. James at the breakout spot. Able to get past Moore. Peterson sends that back to Lugo. Lugo's by himself this time and gets decked and taken down. No call. A little physical. It was a little high. Questionable call. I don't think it necessarily needed to be a whistle or a call, but big hits like that will start firing up the St. James team, so we'll see what happens. That puck goes into the net, so we get another whistle with 1:52 remaining in the first period. Repko taking this face-off. Kim to the right, Heil to the left. Moore and Agello, the two defensemen. That one sent around the boards. Agello uses his foot to hold it at the blue line. St. James scooping this one up, sends it to the near boards. They're coming down the left-hand side. Ooh, that one sneaks its way through to Gaddis. He picks it up at the last minute. Another good shot. Gaddis able to knock that one down. Heil just trying to get it forward. Comes to the middle of the ice. Good play there by Repko to get this one. Ooh, General just miscommunicating right now. Moore's trying to get this one out. He brings it up over the red line. Brings it into the zone. He's got Heil to the left. Quick shot up into the netting. It was about 10 feet too high. 1:18 left in the first period. Bobby Stewart taking the face-off with Krug to the right. Comes back to Krug. Puts it in down low. He's got the puck. Trying to circle backhander. Looking for a bounce in. This St. General's got two own goals off of skates. Off of the St. James players. Shots from behind the net. That worked yesterday for Krug. Trying it again tonight. That one makes it across to Gaddis. That one's in close in the crease. He's squirming and rolling. We get a scuffle in front of the crease. Sit down. I think the puck was underneath the goalie, and he was just kind of rolling there. I think the St. James were hitting him with the stick, and so they're just kind of protecting their goalie. The referee's just trying to calm everything down. All the guys expected this to be a little feisty today, given what happened yesterday. 55 seconds left on the clock. Nobody's going to the box. These kids will be fired up for the next 40 minutes. That one chipped forward just past the defenseman of the St. James. Covington's chasing this one down, going to force him to play this quickly. 45 seconds remaining in the first period. Comes off the wall, back to Stewart. Oh, he tried to chip it up and try to find Covington. Back over to the St. James. Strode tried to clear. St. James kept it in. St. James down in the corner trying to get a shot off of the glove. Gaddis must have saw that at the last minute. Krug trying to feed that one up. Can't get it far enough out. Covington trying to get on it. Covington stick is held. Oh, picked off from behind by the St. James. They're continuing pressure with 20 seconds to go. Back to Covington. Covington going to send this over to Stewart. Stewart drops it back to Krug. We're going to be offsides. Come on, guys. Too fancy. 8 seconds to go. Moore sends this one up, trying to get it to Stewart. 3 seconds to go, and St. James is just going to hold this at the red line. So the end of one. Generals lead 3-0. 12 shots on goal for the Generals. St. James getting feisty here. They've got pulled into with 11 shots on goal. We'll see. The excitement starting to build on the ice as the tensions rise here. The guy said it was pretty heated on the ice last night. Both teams ended up with a player ejected. Generals are skating without Burke Jeanette. Generals take 2 weeks off, and they'll be in Raleigh on September 27th. They've got a 2-game stand. They've got a Saturday night game and then a 7:30. And Sunday morning on the 28th, I think, they've got a game, call it 9:30ish. We'll get the times posted on the Facebook page as well as on the YouTube post. So for the second period, we'll get the long shift, 17 minutes on the clock. Gaddis will go down to defend the goal to our right. Generals will be shooting to the left. Goals so far are by Covington, Bickmeyer, and Heil. Peterson taking the face-off. Bickmeyer's on the left. Lugo to the right. And we're off on the second period. Bickmeyer handing this one off to Agello. Gives it up to St. James, who backed up into their own territory, trying to find somebody at the red line. Peterson's going to sneak this one up. He's going to bring it across. Back to Peterson. Peterson's going to feed this one in. Can't get it across the blue line. Agello's just going to dump it into the corner and chase. Saying it was offsides on the Generals, so we get the delayed offsides. That one in front of the Generals bench. Chipped up over to Moore. Moore gets beat by St. James. Agello's trying to take away a pass. Judah Moore doing a good job. Good connections and oh, we got a call here. They're going to call a tripping call, I think, on Judah Moore. After no calls on that, all first period, Judah Moore is going to... No? I thought Judah was going to the box. Agello's going to the box. So Generals are on another penalty kill here. 16:21 remaining in the second period. Just getting started. Generals lead 3-0. Face-off is to the left of Gaddis. St. James wins the face-off, drops it back, puts it to the high slot. Daniel Kim, shot wide of the net, sends it all the way around. Nobody's at the blue line. That'll go all the way back. Clock! The penalty is not running off the clock. So they'll have to keep track of when the penalty started.
What's behind?
Over to the far side, St. James trying to bring it in. High slot shot deflected off of Daniel Kim's skate. St. James still in control, trying to bring it in. Good pick there, trying to get it a shot. Again deflected off of Repko down into the corner, back behind the General's goal. Tapscott back there. Don't like it when we give them a chance to get a pass off. Back to the point for St. James, trying to handle it, can't find it. And Repko going to bring this one up. He's going to get a wrister off Knuckler, and it's gloved. And they call the whistle. 15-12 remaining in the second period.
Clock never started.
Yeah, it's just a penalty clock.
That's what we want.
Yeah, I know that. But the regular clock's running at least. So I think there's about a minute left.
Who's telling him what time?
Yeah. Pyle takes that face off. St. James wins that one. Then the Generals are killing off a penalty. I think we've got about a minute left. St. James brings us down. Good back check there by Heil. Puts it into the corner. Bickmeyer coming into the corner to help out. Got the slow roll up to the corner. Can't go in there fast. You get called for that. So we got just taking time off the clock as they just run this down. Generals are more than happy to tie this up with their feet. Got to keep the puck moving. Moore going back behind the goal. He's picked it up. He's got to ice it. Trying to feed it up to Bickmeyer. Find him short-handed. Bickmeyer, we got a 2-on-1. We got Heil coming in. Big shot. Oh, Heil tries to bat that out of the air. Getting ready to release a Jello from the box. Heil with a swipe at it. And it goes up, and the St. James goalie's got to put that against the blocker. And General's pressuring hard there, short-handed, almost picking another one up as they lead 3-0. 14-18 remaining in the second period. Jello rejoins the team. We go back to full strength. 14 shots on goal now for the Generals. Bobby Stewart coming out to take the faceoff is going to have Covington to his left and Krug to his right. Generals puck goes back, deflected well wide of the net. Send around the boards. Strode trying to get there, hold it at the blue line, fighting hard, comes out. St. James with an opportunity, goes left side. Good save there by Gaddis, goes into the corner. They center it. It's going to come all the way across. Krug is going to pick this one up. A little behind his feet. General's hustling down the right-hand side. Comes back. Covington sends it across to Bobby Stewart. It was a good idea. Stewart centering it. Can't find it, and it gives a good break the other directions. We go 2-on-2 the other way. St. James had to hold up to stay on side. They go short side, and Gaddis puts that in the glove for the whistle. 13:40 now remaining in the second period. Repko taking the face off. Heil pushes that one forward up the right-hand side, and St. James sends that back in. Jello's going to pick this up. Got a little bit of time. Gets it up. Repko going to try to pick this one up. It's behind him, and St. James is going to keep it. That's not our whistle. We got to keep playing. St. James sends that across. Moore going to try to chip this one up. Find Repko. Repko sends it up to Kim, and he's just going to chip that one in back behind the goal. Heil giving a chase. Back to Repko. He gets double teamed against the boards. 13 minutes now remaining in the second period. Generals still lead 3-0. Good play there by St. James getting around to Jello. Gets good assistance there as Kim comes back to assist. St. James still on the puck. Centering pass sent back to the blue line. St. James, Repko misses it. Shot deflected wide of the net. Heil's going to pick that up on the near side. He's got Repko just past his foot. They call for icing, but it's not going to make the goal line. 12:30 now remaining in the second period. Kim is harassing. Repko's able to snipe that one. The defender's staying on point. He's able to send that one around the boards. And we get a whistle.
No, come on.
Oh, they're going to call too many men on the ice on the Generals.
That's an awful call. There were two guys who had legs over the bench. How was that 2 in there? That's awful.
So they're going to send Bickmeyer into the box. The Generals in another penalty kill here with 12:23 remaining in the second period. Peterson's going to take the face-off. Lugo's to his left. Tapscott and Strode on the ice. A little poke there by Peterson. He's got one to beat short-handed. He's come down, take a shot. Ooh, deflected off of a shin guard. Peterson still down in the corner. Lugo trailing lightly in the high slot. St. James is going to work this out of their zone. Feeds it up. Left a one-on-one here. General's got to get back. Good play there. Oh, they're going to call tripping call on Tapscott. Gonna be another bad call here. Tapscott got puck. He got puck on that. And they're gonna send Tapscott, and so Generals will now be down 5-on-3. Well, they went from calling nothing in the first period. Now they're calling everything. So the penalty clocks aren't running right now. I'm not sure what the disconnect is on the board. So not sure how long we got to kill the 5-on-3 here. It's about a minute. Bobby Stewart's going to take the face-off. He's got Krug to his right, and Strode is out there. I think they're trying to figure out what's going on with the time clock.
Stick in there, but still.
We can't get the other penalty up there, but it's 12, just under 12 minutes to go. So until the 10-minute point. Oh wow, nice pick out of the air by the St. James player. Keep that from going full ice. Trick here is just to get the puck and get it iced. St. James with a high shot, trying to get the deflection, goes into the corner. And Bobby Stewart going over to the wall, try to body up and get somebody to get on the puck so we can ice it. Strode tries to clear, can't get enough on it, held to the blue line. Shot and sent in, and Gaddis is able to get a cover. 30 seconds came off that penalty. So a minute 30 left on the tripping, probably about 30 seconds left in the 5-on-3. General's trying to hold on to a 3-0 lead here. Covington coming out to take the face-off. Jello trying to get that puck. He's going to send it around the boards. Can't get it out of the zone. Send it across by St. James. St. James, just out of reach of Covington. Come on, guys. We got to chase the puck a little bit. Shot deflected high over the net. It's back behind the Generals' goal. And James fighting. They've got the puck. Sends it back to the point. They walk it in. Put it on the far side. Oh, don't let him get that close. Oh. Not sure what the play was, but why would you let the guy come within 10 feet of the goal and just inch up and take that shot? So we get one guy back on that shot. 1 minute has come off the tripping penalty, so the 5-on-3 costly for the Generals as the St. James able to cut the lead 3-1. 11 minutes to play, and 1 minute to go on the penalty kill here. Kim coming out to take the face-off. He's got Heil to the right. Generals were just not able to get that puck and clear it out of the zone and get some time off the clock. You can ice it, so we just got to send a shot there wide of the net. Comes around. Generals just got to get the puck and get it out of the zone. Send it full distance. That one off of Heil's skate. Jack is just trying to chip it forward. Gets boarded and put into... Jack gets into the bench, but he's good. 10:30 now remaining in the second period. Jack's stick gets held, and they're going to go. Oh, my God, they're going to call the penalty on Jack. That's against the Generals.
Offside!
They're saying Jack held the stick.
That's a trip! Come on! That's a trip! You better call it second. You better call it! Come on! You get that? He did.
So they're sending Jack to the... They're saying Jack was holding the stick. They were holding Jack's stick. But Heil goes to the box. So they're getting Heil for hooking. And they're sending a St. James for tripping. So there's offsetting penalties there with 10:17 remaining. So we'll be 4-on-3 for 17 seconds. No, it's... Be 4-on-3 for 17 seconds, at which point we'll get Tapscott back.
5-on-4?
Oh, yeah, they'll do 5-on-4. Yeah, they'll do 5-on-4 because of the offsetting penalties. So we'll get one back to go 5-on-5. And then Heil will be able to come out of the box after 2 minutes on a whistle. Repko trying to win that face-off. St. James wins it on the near side. St. James with a shot, loose in front, comes back to the corner. General's on the penalty kill, can ice that puck, sends it down. And here comes Tapscott, he's out of the box, so we're back to 5-on-5. Got offsetting penalties. And
That's ice! Come on!
that puck's in the middle. And St. James puts it up into the netting.
Oh, boy.
General's parents wanted the icing call on that.
Boy, that was close.
9:44 remaining in the second period. General's lead 3-1. Stewart comes out to take the face-off. He's got a Jello to his left. Moore is out there. Those are your two defenders. Got Covington and Krug out there. Covington loses the puck at his feet. Stewart trailing. We're onside, so we bring it in. And that one picked out of the air by Krug. General's trying to put together some offense here. Not good communications right now. We're trying to do good, quick, one-time passes and just not connecting on those. Moore taking this back behind the General's goal. He's going to send it over. A good pass to Krug. Comes off of his stick just a little too far. Cleaned up there by Stewart, and he sends it down to Krug to send him into the corner. Trying to center it back. Oh, Stewart with a backhander just wide of the net. Comes back out. Here comes a 2-on-1 for St. James coming the other direction. Moore is left, tries to force the guy into the corner, able to get the puck long enough, get some help, and that's going to go the distance. I think that came off of St. James, so no icing on this. We're down to 8:50 left in the second period. We'll get Heil back at 8:17 and a whistle. Here comes St. James where nobody's going after him. He's skating the full distance. Woo, and he's in the net. Oh, nobody picked him up. They just let him skate down to the corner and take a shot. It's like nothing was going on. So General's lead cut 3-2 here. So we are looking flat midpoint here in the second period. So we're going to get a goalie change per schedule. So Lucas Monroe goes between the pipes for the Generals. Lead has been cut 3-2 here as we got half the game to go. So Generals got to play the full game here. See if we can keep up our intensity and not let St. James inch their way into this contest. Tapscott trying to figure out where to go in the corner, puts a guy into the boards. Centering shot in the goal. Very quickly, St. James evens this one up and momentum is on their side. Monroe seeing his first shot of the game, not giving him much time to warm up, and that one goes up off of his blocker shoulder area and into the net. So we've got a new game as we're halfway through. 8:24, so Heil should be released after the next whistle. Repko taking the face-off. Lugo cheating in right behind the referee. Got these Generals fired up. Need a bit. Oh, wow. Come on, ref. Come on, ref. Call that. Joe taking a big hit to the head there, right in front of the ref. No call. There's a penalty, delayed penalty. That's it. Finally a call that we'll get Heil back, and they're going to send St. James into the box. But I just don't like to see those big high head shots. His head snaps back. I don't know how the ref doesn't call that. 8:02 now remaining in the second period. We're tied up 3-3. We got a good Sunday afternoon hockey game here. But got to see these refs starting to make some good calls. Gonna send Bobby Stewart out there with Krug and Covington as we're now on a 2-minute power play. So I think it's the first power play the Generals have had this game. 0-4 last night. Stewart sends that back to Moore back at the point. Back to Stewart. Stewart working the wall. Trying to get some time. Trying to find somebody coming down. Agello's going to pick it up on the near side. Sends it down to Covington. Covington working on the left-hand side, sends it over to Bobby. Bobby with a shot. He had to double pump the puck and gives the goalie a chance to set up and make the save. 7:41 now remaining. The clock's still not working, so it's about 1:45 left in the power play. Stewart still on the ice, takes that face off, recovers it himself, sends it back to Strode at the blue line. He chips that up to Stewart. Stewart's got Tapscott on the far side. He sends it down to the corner to Krug. Krug to Covington. I was going to say, go down. Oh, we had Tapscott sneaking in the backside. He tries the one-timer and deflected in and just misses it wide. Good chance there for the Generals. Krug working this now down in the corner as Stewart's getting held on the ice. Covington, patience. Oh, can't send it through. And we got a call.
Thank you.
And we're going to get a holding call, and so the Generals will go on a 5-on-3 for about a minute. Keep arguing.
That's another 2. Looks like we're losing now. 9 seconds.
It's a double minor on the double minor there on the St. James player for arguing with the ref. So Generals will have a 5-on-3 for a minute, and then a power play for another 3 minutes. Jen's a chance they break this game open a little bit. Coach Stewart getting the guys lined up, sends it back to Strode. Strode taking his time, sends it over to Tapscott. Tapscott sends it up. He walks in a little bit, looking for the deflection from Kim. Goes across the front. Sends it back to Kim back behind the goal. Kim trying to look for it, sends it over to Repko. Repko goes across the Heil, takes it off the board, chips it to Tapscott. Walking it in. Strode, takes it off of a shin guard. You don't want that shorthanded. You don't want to give the guy, and they're going to take the opportunity to ice the puck. Tapscott going to collect this. Generals are going to bring this forward. Got about 30 seconds left in the 5-on-3. A little misplay there. Repko going to leave it for Kim. Kim's going to skate this across the blue line. General's trying to set it up again with the 5-on-3. Oh, and a little play there by Repko, but gloved as the 3 St. James players are causing some issues for the Generals. We've got 20 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Generals trying to use some power plays to get their momentum back after jumping out to a 3-0 lead. St. James using some physicality to get some momentum and claw their way back. So Bobby Stewart's back to take the face-off. Covington on his left. Krug on the right. St. James able to get the puck, trying to ice it. Held in by Moore, but it's out of the zone. Doesn't let it go all the way down. Generals reset it. Joe setting it back up. 9 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Then we'll have about 3 minutes on the power play. Covington dancing through the defense. Krug with a shot. Well covered. We got a guy behind the play. Oh, and they send it too deep. That should be not icing because they're on the penalty kill for another 3 minutes. Should have gotten an alert from our goalie about the guy coming out of the box. Now deflected up, short-handed. St. James able to work the puck right now and take some time off the clock. Judah Moore working this up the right-hand side over to Stewart. Stewart up the left. Looking for the pass. Oh, trying to get the flexion from Krug, and it goes up into the netting for the whistle. 5:27 remaining in the second period. We're tied 3-3. Generals on a power play for another 2:30 with St. James picking up the double minor. Peterson taking the face off. He's got Bickmeyer to his left and Lugo to his right. That puck high off the glass. Strode trying to use his boot to hold that in, and we've got a 2-0 breakaway right now. Got to hustle back. Short-handed. Oh, really extra pass. That gives the Generals. We got to hustle back. We got a 4-on-2 going the other direction. St. James trying to do something with it. Takes it over to Tapscott. Tapscott with a shot and shoots it high over the net and into the netting. You know, with those breakaways, when you've got a outnumbered like that, you got to just work the rebound and got to hit the net. Not the netting around the rink. You got to hit the goal. Got to bounce off the pads or something. Stewart trying to take the face off. We got 2 minutes left in the power play, and St. James is going to send this one down. No icing, so General's going to have to hustle this one, and it's Strode hustling back to scoop it out. Leaves it for Tapscott, trying to spread out the St. James players. Feeds that one up to Stewart. Stewart leads it for Covington. Covington across the blue line. Bobby with the straddle. That's Krug. Tries to go short side. St. James goalie puts that down in the corner, and that one's into the netting. 4:42 remaining in the second period. We're tied 3-3. Another 1:42 left in the double minor for St. James. Bobby Stewart up to take the face-off. Covington to the left. Krug to the right. Comes back to Covington. Covington with some time. He's got traffic in front. Circles the back. He's going to leave it for Jello. Jello with a shot looking for a deflection, and it goes wide. Comes back to Covington. Just gets harassed. Oh, Jello. Krug sent that around back behind. Back to Krug. General's just missing on their passing right now. Moore's got it. He sends it to Krug in the corner. Got to separate. Trying to... Oh, we get picked by St. James, and they're going to just dump this one deep. We go to 1:10 left in the power play. Good Jello trying to play this one. Oh, turns it over in the zone. Got lucky there. Coming over to Covington. Covington up the near side. Up the wall. That one off of Covington. He's holding it in. St. James looking for the icing. No matter the Generals end up with it, Covington tips it forward, but you got to keep possession in this or they just ice it. Picked out of the air. Stewart's got a 2-on-1. Passes over to Covington. Covington with the play. Oh! Misses on the backhand. Great play opportunity for the Generals. We got 37 seconds left in the power play. Then we get a high stick. Yeah. Get a high stick call in the Generals. Not a penalty, but I think we're going to go to the other end of the ice. Can't play the stick above your head. Can't play the puck with your stick above your head in the offensive zone. So it's a face-off to the right of Monroe. 30 seconds left in the power play. Generals with a 4-minute power play here. About a minute of that, a 5-on-3, trying to get a go-ahead goal. Struggling right now. They went 0-for-4 on power plays last night. Oh, and Hiles dumped. Shot, stick save there by Monroe. Puck against the wall. Heil trying to hustle out of this. Work his way up the left-hand side. Jack getting harassed from behind. Uses his foot to push it forward. Heil up the left-hand side. Still working the puck. Driving it forward. Remember, Generals are still on a power play for another 5 seconds. Penalties now up. We're back to full strength. 5-on-5. Heil with the stick lift sends this one into the corner.
Have that off. They send it in.
That one sent across to Strode. Strode across, picked up at mid-ice by the St. James. St. James able to keep this one in play. Strode puts that up against the wall, trying to get it over to Daniel Kim. Left it there for Tapscott. Repko chasing the puck right now. Well, hook there. Swings it around. St. James is going to chip and chase. 2:30 left in the second period. We're tied up 3-3. St. James able to kill off a double minor. General's got numbers going back the other direction, trying to get it across back behind Lugo at his feet, and they're offsides. Oh, Lugo banged in the boards. 2:10 remaining in the second period. Gonna be a hot and furious third period here. Stick around. It's gonna get interesting. Peterson taking the face-off. He's got Bickmeyer to his left. He's got Lugo to his right. Jello sends that one in deep around back behind the goal. Down to the corner, Lugo with a little body tap there. Moore holding that in at the blue line. He sends it in back down to the corner for Lugo to work on. St. James back to Moore, comes back to Peterson. Peterson's going to go to the blue line. St. James has the puck. Moore, the great defensive play, picks that one up. St. James trying to feed that one in. They're way offsides, and the delayed offsides called. Sends up to Bickmeyer. Plays the puck up the near side. Bodies and sticks everywhere. Jello fighting that one at the red line is able to chip that one up, and the goalie's going to just let that slide in. It's not icing. 1:30 now remaining. Moore with a good foot play there to hold that at the red line. And James trying to bring numbers down. Left for Lugo at the blue line. He chips that one up to Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer with a goal earlier in the game. First one of the season. St. James going down. Leans in with a little backhander, and that one saved there by Monroe. sent back and bounces over the stick of St. James and comes to the neutral ice and over the red line as we have 1 minute to play in the second period. Bickmeyer's offside, Peterson having to hold the puck. Everybody's over the blue line now. 3 guys, and we pass it to St. James, who's able to chip that one in. Moore going back, fights it into the corner. 45 seconds to play in the second period. It comes out to Bickmeyer with a pass, can't find it. Trying to find Stewart all the way down the ice, but it was too soft. Back into the corner. A little chip there, deflection. We got lucky, and it got off the right pad of Monroe. That one going forward. Krug trying to chase that one. We're way offsides. We got to get back now. St. James going the other direction. 19 seconds. We got to play the full period. And that one goes wide into the corner. St. James chips it back. St. James picks up the face-off circle. Centering pass goes across to Covington. Covington going to take this one. He's trying to feed it forward to Stewart. Stewart with a quick change. Oh, good change of direction there by Stewart. Feeds it. Ooh. And the period ends. Woo! It got exciting. All right, so at the end of 2, we're tied up at 3. 23 shots on goal for St. James, 20 for the Generals. Overall, not a great period for the Generals. They came out of the first period 3-0. And with a 4-minute power play, most of that, 25% of that being a 5-on-3, Generals unable to capitalize on that and couldn't get the go-ahead goal. The St. James team seemed to get stronger, and as the game goes on, we saw that last night where the Generals pulled within 1 in the third period, and then St. James came back with 3 quick goals. Momentum seems to be a huge player here. I don't know whether it's the Generals are getting tired or St. James gets stronger and more motivated. So we'll see how this third period is going to play out. All right, so we switch ends again. Lucas Monroe is down to our left. Bobby Stewart coming out to take the face-off. Covington's to the near side. Krug to the far side. Ben Strode holds this one at the blue line, chips this up the glass, trying to find Bobby Stewart. Bobby going to chip it and chase down into the corner. Comes back to Covington. Covington down in the corner, gets picked by St. James. Covington picks up the puck, finds Krug centering. He sends it over to Bobby Stewart. A great one-timer there. Generals unable to capitalize, but again, coming out strong at the beginning of the periods. Good little pick there by Tapscott. St. James hustling to the puck on the near wall. He's going to take a shot up off the glass and around. I think they shortened up this third period. For sure as heck didn't start at 17 minutes, so this last period I think only has 14 minutes on it. St. James with a centering pass comes back. And a little chip and flip. St. James trying to get it through neutral ice, leaves it. Tapscott's going to clean it up and take it across the red line, and he sends it in back behind the goal. The Generals get a line change. St. James going to get to the puck with 13 minutes to go in the third period. We're tied up 3-3. That one comes back to Agello. Agello over to Kim, who takes a guy down. A little hit up high there. Everyone's looking at the wrist. Oh, and St. James finds the corner and beats Monroe up high on the blocker side. And St. James, 4 unanswered goals, comes back 4-3 with 12:47 left in the third period. Gens need to get fired up here. Now the Gens looking a little bit flat. Peterson to take the face-off. Lugo to the near side. And then it's Bickmeyer to the far side. St. James wins that face-off, brings it into the zone. Works around one guy. Puck comes to the near side. St. James keeps it in. The deflection goes wide of the net. Centering pass comes through the crease, goes to Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer trying to chip it up, and St. James able to hold it at the blue line. You know, last week in Pennsylvania, we saw when the Generals aren't able to score on a power play, sometimes that's a big momentum shift in the game. That pass comes across to Bickmeyer, and it's gloved by the St. James goalie. Last weekend we saw it as a huge momentum shift, and so I'm worried that's what happened again to the Generals. They put a lot of effort into these power plays, unable to score. Great plays by the other team, and the Generals unable to answer. .12:16 remaining in the third period. Generals now trailing by 1. Shots on goal are 25 for St. James, 22 for the Generals. Last night, both teams had about 30 shots on goal, so we're on pace for that. Krug working that one. Stewart sends that to Strode with a terrible blind pass across the ice to be picked up by St. James. Strode hustling back. Good defensive play there by Tapscott. A little poke there. Still held by St. James. Generals trying to cheat it forward. Good pass there up to Covington. He hand passes it to himself. Gets a shot. Blocker save there by the goalie. Krug on the puck now. Sends it across. Trying to find Stewart at mid-ice. St. James able to chip it forward. Generals just looking at the puck. I think St. James skate. Sends it over to Covington. Covington coming through. Nobody's here to help him. He's going to turn that around at the red line. Sends it back to Tapscott. Tapscott working the puck and sends it over to Strode. Defenders are getting a lot of ice time today with Burke Jeanette out of the game due to a misconduct in the last game. St. James passing the puck around the perimeter now. They're up by 1. We're ticking down to 11:10 left. Working this one through the crease, comes back to St. James. A little shot wide of the net, goes into the corner. St. James picking that back up on the other side. Generals are just chasing the puck right now. I don't know if we're looking tired or what. St. James has it back behind the goal. It's almost like St. James is on a power play. Hiles on the puck. He's got to chip this up and can't get it to a breaking Daniel Kim, held to the blue line by St. James. Hiles going to come back to it again, tries to take it off the wall, and this time he gets it up to Daniel Kim, but these guys are tired and they just got to go to the bench. They just send that in. St. James able to skate down the left-hand side through traffic. Bickmeyer's going to end up with the puck. He's got 2 to beat. St. James coming down. Bickmeyer gets taken off of his skates. Bumps into the wall. Coach Stewart's yelling something about to the refs, but here comes St. James back. Good deflection there off of a Jello skate. St. James sends it in back behind Moore going in. Jello's going to clean this one up and try to chip it up. He can't get it past. St. James holding it at the blue line. They put it back down in the corner. Moore's going to skate over to pick this one up. The far side can't get a good stick on it. Comes back up to Bickmeyer. Oh, he's got to get it across the blue line, and he keeps it in the zone. I'm not sure what that pass was about. Shot across the ice. St. James picking it up and holding it at the red line, and they're offsides. They complete their line change, and Jello's going to pick this up. That's not our whistle.
You know what icing is, right?
That's off. Just out of reach of Judah Moore. Generals are offsides. We'll get a whistle and a face-off. 9:20 remaining. Both coaches are chirping at the referees. See how that plays out. Generals send that one in back behind the boards. Covington going down to the right-hand corner. That one gets just past. Strode can't hold it at the blue line, going the long distance. We're down about 9 minutes left in the third period. Generals trail 4-3. They need one here. All their Generals goals are coming in the first period, looking like a runaway, 3-0, but 4 unanswered goals by the St. James have put them back in the lead in this game. St. James works it up the near side. Oh, beats Strode, takes a shot. Monroe takes that off the shoulder. Comes back to Tapscott, feeding it up to Covington. Generals with a good couple breakaway. He's going to leave that for Stewart, who's a lefty. He passes it over, and it goes up into the netting. We'll get a face-off. St. James getting fired up about the breakup of a 2-on-1. 8:35 remaining in the third period. Repko coming out to take the face-off. Comes back to Agello. He puts that forward. Going down in the corner, Daniel Kim going to dig this one out. Sends it back behind the goal. Repko going to meet it in the far side. Kim going to work that one. Trying to find somebody in front. He's got Heil there. Daniel Kim sends it back to Judah Moore at the point, but not enough on that. And St. James able to get a stick on it. Now the Generals are fighting. Moore with a good play on the wall. Sends it over to Repko. Repko going to walk this one in on the left-hand side. Daniel Kim coming in. Oh, and he can't get the pass off. Daniel Kim, it's down low. Heil's going to turn and shoot, and he puts it into the goalie for the whistle. Just under 8 minutes left to play in the third period. Generals trailing 4-3. Shots on goal are tied at just about 25. Face-off will be to the left of the St. James goalie. Peterson coming over to take the face-off. Lugo's out there. Agello and Moore, the two defensemen. Lugo's coming around. Moore steps up, sends that one in, and it's gloved by the St. James goalie, who opts for the whistle. Peterson taking the face-off again. Bickmeyer's to his left. Puck is left of the face-off circle, scooped up by Bickmeyer. He sends that around the boards. Peterson going to hustle into the corner to pick this one up. Gets it. Braces for the contact. Oh, good deflection there. Bickmeyer trying to get it. Comes out. Oh, off the post. Moore was collapsing on that quickly. And it went off the goalie's. Oh, that one chipping around. Oh, Lugo trying to work that one, and he gets the stick up high, and the boys are going to tussle a little bit. General's trying to get that loose puck into the net, trying to get the equalizer, just bringing some pressure. We've got a little huddle going on right now around Bickmeyer. Great series there, started by Judah Moore with the shot. Stewart takes the face-off, drops it back to Tapscott. Tapscott sends that into the corner. Still a lot of chippiness going on out there right now. Stewart trying to work the puck. Krug working it across. Back to Krug, back behind the net. Comes in front. Oh, and Covington takes the shot, trying to go short side, and the goalie is able to put that in. General's parents thought that one might be in the net. Get a good look at that one. General's keeping up the pressure. 7:09 now remaining in the third period. Stewart's still going to take the face off. General's trying to get their team fired up out here and get the blood pressure up again. Put the fight back in them. Strode with a big shot, and that one's up over the netting. Out of play. We'll get a face-off to the left of the St. James goalie. They'll need another puck. Stewart coming to take the face-off. Drop back to Strode. Not enough on it. Strode having to fight for this one now. Working it up the right-hand side. More crew coming over to help out. Comes back over the blue line, so Covington's going to circle back around and look at everybody on sides again. Trying to collect it. Sends it up the wall to Tapscott. Chips it. St. James players able to snipe this one. They're coming in on sides. Send it in. General take a player down. Comes back out, and we're going to get a whistle, and they're going to get a penalty on the Generals, and Strode's going to go to the box. So at 6:25 remaining in the third period, Generals trail by 1, and they're going to be killing off a penalty. They need a shorty miracle right now. I think Strode was asking the ref, like, what do you want me to do in that case? The guy's, like, on top of me. All right, so quick shot there, deflected wide. Comes back. Moore is going to send this the distance, and Send it down. Bickmeyer's hustling down to the puck. There'll be no icing, and Bickmeyer's harassing quickly. They got a guy. He's got a guy deep. Oh, Kim almost broke that one free for the shorty. 6 minutes to go. 1:30 left on the penalty kill. Generals will run out of time if they can't get a shorty here. Just clock slipping away from them. Now, players going to the board. They look to the ref. No hands in the air. That one sent in deflected, and Monroe is able to squeeze that one for the whistle with 5:43 remaining. In the third period, Generals trail by 1:19 left in the penalty kill. So how about 4:20 left in the game when we come back to full strength. Peterson taking the faceoff. Hiles to his left. Comes back. St. James brings it back and wins that faceoff. They send it in, trying to get the deflection. Scramble there. Hile going to the wall. Sent into the corner. Agello working this down low. Sent around and gets past the defenseman. This one will go the distance and take some time off. Peterson's hustling back, trying to make something happen here. They're not expecting him. Good hustle there to get down the ice. 1 minute to go in the penalty kill. Here comes St. James out of their own zone. Come on, guys. Don't let them skate that. Clear that. There we go. Comes out to Heil, and he's going to put it up, and he's going to send this one the distance. Generals will get a chance to do a line change back behind this one. St. James hanging out at the blue line. Back. Lugo going to send that over to Krug. Come on. Oh, Generals. 20 seconds left on the penalty kill. Generals just not icing it. They're trying to find a shorty miracle here, but there we go. Bickmeyer sends this one all the way down. Goalie comes way out. Tapscott trying to harass here in the chase. 8 seconds left on the penalty kill. And Generals are offsides. 2 seconds left on the clock, and we'll come back to full strength with 4:26 left in the third period. Generals trail 4-3. 4 unanswered goals here from St. James with a second period rally. Lugo going to pick this one up. He does a quick check of the clock. We're back to full strength. Comes all the way out, making sure they don't get called for icing now that we're got 5 on the ice. Generals send it around. Krug is going to pick this up on the near side. Overskates the puck. Coming back the other direction. We've got a 2-on-2 here. St. James coming down. Shot goes wide of the net. That's cheering on the other ice. Comes back. Lugo trying to work this one up the wall. St. James recovers it down in the corner. Still on the puck. St. James goes short side and hits the back of the net. Covington trying to get this up the wall. Lugo trying to work this one now. Lugo's on it and thought Stewart was going to turn on that one, and they're going to call icing on that. They waved it off. Good call. The player just wasn't skating. So we've got 3:30 left to play. Generals trail by 1. Bobby Stewart trying to work this. Sends it back to Bickmeyer. Bickmeyer with a shot. Stewart's going to the bench. And the St. James goalie takes a whistle. 3:37 remaining in the third period. Got some tired legs out there after 2 days of hockey. Generals trying to scramble and find something here. Gonna have to watch to see what Coach Stewart does with the goalie and see if he pulls Monroe to get the extra skater. Rep goes on the ice, taking the face-off. Hiles to his left. Kim to his right. That one sent around the boards. St. James centering it. Heil keeps that in zone. It comes all the way through and just past Moore's feet and is going to make its way all the way down the ice. 3:14 remaining now in the third period. Moore sends it around to Agello. Gets past him. Gets to Heil. Heil's looking for a breakout. Sends it to St. James. Come on, Jens. Chips back up. Trying to find Repko. Back behind the goal again. Moore's going to scoop this up. We're under 3 minutes left to play. And I never like that when they send the puck like that. Daniel Kim calling for the puck on the near side. He's going to work this one up the right. Trying to get a shot. Sends it back behind the goal. Agello's going to hustle over to the far wall to pick this one up. Sends it off of a skate. Nobody's in front for the Generals as Kim goes over into the corner. Repko uses his foot to hold it at the blue line. And Agello's going to retreat to pick this one up. 2:30 now remaining in the third period. Moore sends that across. It hits a St. James player. Repko is trying to work this up through traffic on the right-hand side. Moore working at the blue line. St. James is going to control it and get it out of the zone. Moore sends it in, but we're offsides. 2:17 now remaining. Monroe is still between the pipes. Little harassment play there as Stewart comes on. Puck makes its way back behind the goal. Strode working it back behind the goal. Generals need to get this down to the other end of the ice so we can get the extra skater on. Covington sends this down the distance, trying to find Krug on the far side. Harassing St. James. St. James gets it out of the zone. We've got to hustle, get back on side. Oh, don't like that. St. James, Monroe in the goal saves that one with a breakaway. Comes all the way back to St. James. Monroe looking to the bench. That one's going to come up into the netting. We're going to get a face-off inside the zone. So with 1:40 left in the third period, see if Stewart takes the timeout here. Coach Peterson wants a timeout. And he gets a timeout. So Peterson calls the boys over to the bench and talk this through, and I think they're going to pull Monroe with the face-off to the left of the St. James goalie and see if they can't get a last-minute miracle here on an equalizer and walk away with a tie. And the Generals have 2 weeks off. In September, they go down to Raleigh for two games, for a Saturday, Sunday game. See what magic Coach Stewart and Coach Peterson draw up here. Who are they going to put on the ice? Well, it looks like Monroe is skating to the goal. I did not expect that. Well, they had a chance to talk it over. I guess they're probably going to wait to see if the Generals establish possession before Monroe skates to the bench. Don't want to give that up too early. So Stewart's in there. Krug to his right. Covington to his left. Stewart trying to win this at the faceoff circle. Stewart working this at his feet. Is in the high shot. Oh, that's down low. Stick save and cover by the goalie. 1:30 now remaining in the third period. Generals trail 4-3. Skating 5-on-5. There's got to be some strategy about what they're going to do with the goalie. Bobby Stewart lines up to take the face-off again. St. James walks away with it. Gonna skate down. Strode turns to his right. St. James comes in close, and a good kick away there by Monroe. Comes around to the near side at Covington's feet. Covington trying to work down the right-hand side. Guys pass it over. Takes a shot, and Krug can't get the shot. And it's saved there by the St. James goalie to hold this 4-3. We're down to 1:10, a short 70 seconds. Monroe now goes to the bench as we cut the extra skater on for the final minute and 10. General's going to throw everything at this now. Krug going to stay on the ice as the extra skater. Judah Moore is out there. And Heil, no? Covington. And so I think now that the Generals have shown their cards that they're pulling the goalie, St. James is taking a timeout, and they're going to talk this over. Quick look at our scoreboard. Oh, sorry, I'm bouncing around a little bit today. Refs are calling for everybody. Empty net to our left. Generals bringing on 6 skaters. Last minute change as Strode goes to the Generals, I thought I had a full minute to figure out who's on the ice. So a Jello goes off. Strode stays on. Tapscott stays on. Stewart, Covington, Krug wide. St. James sends it around wide on the boards. Sends it down the ice and might actually be on goal. And St. James, in 8 seconds, is able to put the extra goal in, bouncing it off the wall, and a random shot goes in and defeats the extra attacker philosophy. So Generals dropped to 5-3, and we'll put Monroe back into the goal. Peterson will take the face-off. Bickmeyer's to the far side. Lugo to the near side. That one comes back to Judah Moore. Judah's going to chip this one up. They'll still fight and try to get a goal here. St. James coming away with it. And Generals double team there and a shot in the crease deep and cleared by the Generals. Lugo trying to fight this one out. St. James shoots and turns and Monroe squeezes that one for the whistle with 42 seconds left. Peterson taking the face off. Sends it over. Moore trying to work this out deep. Sends it up just across the red line. St. James in control. St. James is going to send this one in as we're down to 30 seconds left. Jello circling, sends his one up the wall. Jello sending that across to Bickmeyer off of his boot. The blue line, the St. Generals are off sides. Tapscott sends this one up. Bickmeyer, and they're going to say Bickmeyer's off sides. Oh, and they're going to send us all the way down. No? Mid-ice? 13 seconds on the clock. Repko taking the face off. Comes out just under Heil's feet. He's going to turn on this one. Sends it up to Repko. 5 seconds. Repko gets elbowed almost into the wall. So that's the end of our game. Jones dropped this one 5-3. Coming out strong with a 3-0 lead. This will be a confidence builder for St. James. Generals will have to talk this one over. Came out shooting hard and jumping ahead. Just lost gas as we got through the middle part of the game. So we appreciate you joining us. We'll watch our handshake here. Thank you for your support for Richmond Generals hockey, and we will catch you in a couple weeks' time. Thank you all.